Um, they put me on live. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to talk about this video is for entertainment purposes. But we're going to use entertainment purposes, but we're going to use discernment, okay, in wisdom, okay. Now, the four deputies that were in Texas, okay, there was four of them, two females and two males, okay. Just give me a minute. I'm getting my coffee. And I want to look at their pictures. I was pulling one of their energies, and it was one of the males. I'm going to explain what happened. This is my psychic reading on these four Texas deputies. Okay. Just give me a minute. While my phone is loading. Let me see if I can turn the computer on to. Okay. Now there was four deputies that were allegedly committed suicide. Okay. Four of them. Now, come on, it's loading. Give me a minute. Okay, there it goes. So I want to read a little bit about the backdrop, the backstory, the diversion story, okay, of these individuals. I was getting something like right away. I was seeing 33. Okay. Hope you guys can hear me. So when we see 33, we think of an order, right? These four deputies was a part of a order. Now, they're all four were deputies in Texas, okay? Now, they did not commit suicide, okay? All four of them did not just say, okay, we're going to decide to wake up today and we're going to kill ourselves. All four of us, okay? That is not what happened. And we all know that, okay? Well, hold on, guys. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Give me a minute. I want to send my condolence to the families. Um, my condolence to the families of these four individuals. Now, what's also interesting is, okay, the Texas Sheriff Office mourns four deputies lost to suicide in 6 weeks. So we have the number 6 here, and we have the number 4. Okay. Now let's read a little bit about their story. And they all died by suicide. Long Noon, Maria Vasquez, William Bozeman, Christina Collar. A Texas official is speaking out about the deaths of the 4 current and former deputies. Long, Maria, William, Kristen died by suicide within 6 weeks of each other. Now, they all died within 6 weeks of each other. Okay. Thomas Director of the Harris County Sheriff's Office Behavioral Health Division said in a statement to People on Friday, March 28th, that the losses have been deeply felt throughout our entire department. Okay. These tragic serves as a somber reminder of the importance of prioritizing mental health and well-being for our staff. He continued. The Behavioral Health Division offers a special service tailored to unique needs of employees, from crisis intervention training to wellness programs and peer support. We strive to ensure our personnel has the necessary resources to carry out their duties effectively and safely. Now, recent events underscore the need to continue strengthening and reinforcing our agency ongoing efforts to support our team mentally. We believe that consistency, trust, tailored resources are the key. Now, I'm looking at the female. So on March 19th, Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez announced on Facebook that Harris County Sheriff's Office retiree had died from apparent suicide. Now, she was a retiree. A retiree that worked in law enforcement is not going to say, okay, I'm going to retire and I'm going to take my life. Okay. This makes 3 of the 4. Okay, so what I'm getting off of her energetically, and she is of Mexican descent, first and foremost. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to say my regards, because when people go into law enforcement, they go into it to serve and protect, right? That is the main goal of going into law enforcement. You're supposed to serve and protect people, right? So what I was getting from her energy, the first female, Gonzalez. Okay. She did not commit suicide. Okay. They were murdered, and this is for entertainment purposes. This was a hit. This was a professional hit. This is what she's saying, professional hit. Can you tell me more, Gonzalez? Why did they murder you? Okay, she says we need to go back. Okay, and then go forward. Okay, so all 4 of these people, all 4 of them that were found dead, she's saying they were all a hit, right? Now, what's interesting is there was something that all 4 of them knew. Um, all 4 of them knew this, okay? And I believe that what they have seen also, okay, so their job and what they have seen is what caused their death, okay? This, she keeps saying it was a hit. It was a hit. Now, this hit was a professional hit, not just professional. There was supposed to be more than these 4, okay? It wasn't supposed to be just these 4. Now, there's some that are out there that I don't know, like, what is, I see, like, they're scared for their life because what they've seen, okay? So this is interesting because this happened in Texas, and we know in Texas there's a lot going on with the immigration. Now, I'm also seeing and I have to say this, there was deaths of individuals, okay, deaths of individuals that they knew about, that was not caused by natural causes, if this makes sense, okay? So there was deaths of individuals in the Texas area. Um, Also, the deaths of these individuals, they know the name, they know the burial sites, okay? Um, and she's saying she went into early retirement. She wasn't supposed to retire, you guys. She went into early retirement because of everything that she has witnessed. Um, and not just everything she witnessed, everything she knows. She's saying, okay? Um, it was too much, she says. Okay. Now I want to pull on another person's energy here. It's interesting with Kristen, because Kristen got into, she also was in the army. She's showing me her past, the army. Um, and she's saying, I did my job to the best that I could. Okay, if this makes sense. I did my job to the best that I could, but there was so much else going on around me that I had no control of. This is what she's saying. Now, did she think she was going to be a hit on her? Um, she's saying she felt like she had to get out now before it was too late. Okay, but it was already too late, if that makes sense. Okay, this is really sad, you guys, because I see her having children, and that she really went into this profession because of to protect and serve. Okay, so let me look at another one of them. Now, mental health is an issue. Mental health is an issue, but this was a hit. Okay, this was a hit. Mental health is a issue because of the kind of work that they do, what they have to see. She's also saying that she has some kind of formal PTSD or PTSD. Thank you, Christina. She's saying she had PTSD. Okay, and she has children that she has left behind, and a husband. Um, and I keep seeing her say like she's like, I'm sorry, okay, my job cost me my life. And the sorry she's saying is to her children and her husband. Okay, wow, this is deep, very very deep. Prior to her murder, her hit suicide, she was very emotional, and she was also planning on taking a vacation. I don't know if that information has came out, but it will come out. She was planning on going on a vacation, but she's showing me something with unsolved. Well, it wasn't really unsolved. This police department, they knew a lot about what was going on as far as the immigration and um, how things were being handled. The inside, she said, inside working. Okay, and it bothered her. Okay, so let me go to another one and pull their energy. She keeps saying I'm sorry, but she's saying I'm sorry because of to her children and her husband. Okay, I don't know if her husband came on TV, or they even said she had children, but she had children. Okay. But she wanted to enjoy her life, but she was not going to go into retirement, but she had no choice but to go into retirement. And she's also saying that this job cost me my life. Now, let's go to Maria Vasquez. It's interesting because Christina and Maria had a very good relationship. Christina was the type of person that her heart was in the right place. And she followed the crowd, and that's where she made a mistake. Um, because she didn't want to lose her job, she didn't want to lose her pension, and she didn't want to be looked at as disgraceful. Now, Maria Vasquez, show me what I need to see, Maria Vasquez. What is your story? She is also Mexican. They're both Mexican. Okay. Both Mexican descent. Maria was very in Maria's showing me her traditional way. Um what I mean traditional way is Maria is she was very traditional, very old soul. She wasn't like Christina. She wasn't like she wasn't a follower. She was a leader. And this is no disrespect in any kind of way. And the reason why I say this is because um if something didn't feel right or she questioned something, she would bring it to somebody's attention. This is what I'm seeing. And this is Harris County Sheriff Department, Harris County, Texas. Um, she keeps showing me her traditional ways. Very traditional. Very traditional. Now she also was showing me that I guess she was married, or she was married and she had a divorce, but she's also showing me that she was actually having a relationship with somebody in the police department. Wow, this is deep. And this video is for entertainment purposes. Now, William Bosman, he was not just a deputy. He also has military background. They all have military background. And they were on a special assignment. Thank you. Come through. Come through. Come through. There's William is saying is special assignment. So this is assignment that only a few were chosen for. And they all had to sign contracts for this special assignment. And whatever they were like, whatever they would see or hear was not supposed to be talked about, if this makes sense, like a NDA. But this was bothering all four of them to their core, okay, because this is not why they joined the military. William is also ex-military. Okay, William was in the military prior. And he had a higher position in the military. This is what he's showing me. High honor, high honor. He's saying I was looked at in high honor. Okay, high honor. Okay. So he was showing me a piece of paper. He's also showing me a map. Okay, a map, a piece of paper. Also confidential information. He's also showing me. Okay. Confidential Now on the piece of paper, I'm seeing confidential, like confidential. Okay. Um, and it's like the confidential is in red. Okay. Confidential. Oh, and it's in red, and it's a whole bunch of like writing on it. This is what William Bosman is showing me. Okay. Something that he had that was confidential. And not just confidential. They all had to sign something, but this was different. Okay. Let me go back to you. On March 19th, retired Deputy William Bosman also died by apparent suicide after 24 years at the Harrison County Sheriff Office. They all went into early retirement. This is what they're saying. Oh my goodness. They're saying they all went into early retirement. Okay, this was offered to them to go into early retirement, but this is where, okay, so they were offered, all four of them of what they witnessed at their job, they all were offered early retirement. Okay, and I'm also seeing like a pension besides their pension from their job. They were giving extra money. Okay. Oh man. And the people that wanted to do the hit on them are the ones that told them they can go into early retirement. They went into early retirement. He was getting ready to like, he wasn't going to travel like she was, but he was just getting ready. I also see him living on a farm, so he's also like a farmer, like it like farm. He has like a farmland. He's showing me farmland. Okay, and he has talked to his wife about some of it, but not all of it, because he didn't want to put his wife's life in danger. But prior to them going into retirement, they all four of them was acting differently, moving differently, acting strange. And the family can account for this, okay? But they didn't want to put their family in danger. Now I'm looking at long noon. So let's go to long noon. Thank you, William. William is very angry because he said this was not part of the deal. Now let's go to long noon. Let me see if I can find long Nguyen. I'm looking at his picture, but I'm looking at I want to go back to William for a second. William was very by the book. He was like a ranger. I don't know if they have told you guys that William Bosman was a ranger. He was actually a Texas Ranger. I don't know if this information was out there or was put out there, but I'm seeing him as he's saying a ranger, okay, and showing me a horse, and he was a Texas Ranger. I don't know if they said that, but this is what I'm seeing from him psychically. Now we're gonna go to Long Nguyen. Hold on, I'm gonna put up his picture. Okay, Long Nguyen. And I'm looking at their pictures, you guys, to pull their energy, and I'm also like channeling them. Their first okay, the first Saturn incident, retired deputy Long Nguyen died by suicide on February 6th. So this was the days that they were murdered and how the spread out of their deaths. Because he was the first. And then after that, Deputy Kristen Collar, 37, who was found dead on March 13th, after being declared, oh, that's okay, that's why, oh, come through. Okay, she was missing for over a week. They held her for a week. Okay, they were interrogating her for a week. Okay. That's why she went missing. She was kidnapped. She was taken. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, finesse. We're gonna get there. She was taken. And they when they kidnapped her, she was taken and she was held. This is what I was getting from her. But she was still alive. Okay. They were questioning her because of the information that she knew. Okay. This is why she went missing. They took her. Okay. Wow, this is so sad. She keeps saying I'm sorry for to her children. Um 3 days later, the body of former Deputy Maria Vasquez was discovered with the Houston medical examiner ruling the death a self-inflicted. Vasquez had retired from the force in December of 2024. This medical examiner in, is it Harris? Yeah, Harris County. He was paid off on this because self-inflicted. So they were made to kill themselves. Okay, this was a hit. So this was like, if you don't kill yourself, we're going to kill you. Point blank. Period. Okay. Wow. Then on March 19th, retired Deputy William Bosman also took his own life after spending 24 years. It's because of their job and what they knew. Okay. That's why they were all murdered. Now, I'm going to go to the last person, the retired Deputy Long Nguyen died by suicide on February 6th. I'm looking at him. It's very interesting. He was paranoid, very, very paranoid. And they do take care of each other. They said that they also need to look out for each other. They always did. They were like a order, like brother and sister order, fraternal order. I keep hearing that saying, like the Marines say all the time. Like they really had each other's back, but they all died because of the information in the bodies and the way things were handled. This would have cost them their career. They would have never had their pensions, and they would have never had to sign. They had to sign something, you guys. The paper says confidentiality. And I feel like there's even more of their colleagues right now on edge, okay, because they don't know who's next. Okay, so they all witness, they all sign something, they all seen something, and it was not something that they were proud of, if this makes sense. This is very sad. And they didn't just say, oh, okay, we're all going to kill ourselves 6 weeks apart from each other. That was not their plan. Their plan was to go and live a life, a normal life. But what they seen, what they witnessed, is something they could never shake. Um, so the first one that was killed was Long Nguyen, died February 6th. And then after him, Deputy Kristen Collar, 37, was found dead on March 13th after being declared missing for over a week. I need to dig more on her because did they find her body? Deputy Kristen Collar, 37, did they find your body? And then we got former Deputy Maria Vasquez was discovered on March 16th with the Houston medical examiner ruling her death self-inflicted. Okay, so they had a gun pointed to them and said, look, if you don't, they're here, you have to. They had their guns and they said you have to take your life. Okay, if not, we will take your life for you. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. So they made them kill themselves to make it look like a suicide. Okay, but they were not. They were not. They did not kill themselves. They would never kill themselves. Okay. So then Deputy Marie Vasquez was the third one. Hold on. And March 19th, William Bosman also took his life after 24 years. He was a ranger. He had a lot of connections in the police, in this department and many other departments in the Texas area. This is so sad, but this was a hit. Um, but I might have to come back with a part two because I'm just pulling their energy right now. Um, Even Long always wanted to protect and serve. Even prior to Long getting into the I'm seeing a dad or grandfather was formal I think he's Thai, was former military, if this makes sense. And so was William. Okay, they had former family members that were military. Okay, that served and protect. Um, yes, William is saying yes. Okay, but I might need to come back with a number two because Deputy Kristen Coiler, if I'm saying her name right, 37, was found dead on March 13th after being declared missing. The thing I'm trying to see. So they found her dead on March 13th, but she was missing for over a week. So we need to find out what all occurred in that week's time. I'm seeing her being kept somewhere, but we need to dig in more to see exactly what was going on for that whole week. Okay, you guys, this is my part one of the 4 Texas deputies that were a hit. It was a hit on their life, okay, because of their occupation, their job. That's what they're showing me. And they're showing me that was something that was confidential. So they're also showing me confidential, and then they're also showing me something that was illegally going on that shouldn't have been going on. And it was against the oath they took. Okay. That is what I'm seeing, and that is what I'm hearing. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the psychic reading that I got on the 4 deputies. This is so sad. So sad. Because I feel like there's other people that are in their department that their lives are at risk too. Okay. But this was a message also. If they speak, they will be next. Now, Harrison County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez speaks after the 4 current and former deputies' deaths over the last months. What they came across was some corruption. Ed Gonzalez, I'm looking at him right now. He is also in the Harris County Sheriff. Um, so there's more people in that sheriff office, that deputy's office, that is in great danger. But these four witnessed something. Okay, they witnessed something at the same. They witnessed something. Okay, that was horrific. This is what I'm getting from William. Okay. So I will come back with a part two. This is my part one, you guys. All right. This is on the four deputies retired. They were all retired. Think about it. They all retired, right? All of them were retired. Okay. But they were all on a special assignment. Okay. Specially picked and special assignment. Okay. And what they were doing, what they were seeing was against their moral ethic. Also, it was against their pledge to law, their pledge to be police officers, to be sheriffs, um, their oath. Okay, their oath. This was against their oath. All right, this was my part one. I will come back with the part two.